again, and welcome to this very brief tutorial where I'm going to show you how to make some twinkly stars in the sky. The first thing we need to do is, once you've opened up your After Effects, let's go to New Composition, and we'll call this one our master. And let's change the duration here to only about 5 seconds. Yep, and I'm going to leave the rest of the settings as they are. Then once we have done that, we're going to come into our layer panel and we're going to right mouse click new solid, and we're going to call this one our sky, or actually we can call it stars, and we're going to make that color black and hit OK. Then we're going to come up to our effect and we're going down to noise and grain, and we're going to fractal noise, and this is what you're going to come up with. What we want to do now is we want to adjust our contrast by making that real dark, probably around 600 or 700, somewhere around there. And then we want to adjust our brightness into our negative to about 200, somewhere around there. And with this overflow, allow HDR results, we're actually going to just switch that onto clip. We're going to go into our transform, and we're going to change the scale of this down so that we get more stars in our sky. And let's do this to around about 8. And now that I'm looking at it, there's a lot of stars there. So I'm going to then start adjusting my contrast and my brightness so that I can just reduce the amount of stars that I want to see in my sky. And I quite like that. And now I'm going to come down into evolution options, and I'm going to go to my seed and just scroll across until you kind of like something that looks nice for stars. And once I've done that, now all I have to do is keyframe it to animate. So it's really simple, making sure that I am on frame 0. I just come into my drop down menu here, effects, fractal noise, and I just want to come down to this evolution area and click this one here to start at 0. And then what I want to do is I want to come all the way down to the end of my 5 seconds, and I want to change that to maybe 5. And let's have a look at what happens. That's fast. So what I can easily do with that one as well is I can come in here and I can change that to 2 evolutions. And I've just realized what we also need to do is we need to come and we need to put a blur on these, because if we zoom in, these are quite harsh lines. So we want to soften that so it almost looks like there's a very faint glow on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to our effects and presets, and we're going to type in GAU, sorry, and we're wanting our Caucasian blur, and we're going to drag and drop that onto our layer, and that just helps that a little bit. And when we come down into our settings up here, let's just adjust this, like zoom in a little bit and adjust the blurriness just a little bit. Yeah, that looks great. And then now let's test this out and see what happens. And that looks really great. I still think that's a little too fast, so I could change this evolution down to 1 again as well and have a look. There we are. That's so basically have a play around with your evolution, just adjusting this here, or you can adjust this part here to how you see fit. It also depends on how long your video is. Obviously, the longer the time frame, the more evolutions you're going to need. But that's it. It's pretty simple. And I hope you enjoy making some night skies with little twinkly stars. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.